It was a big day at the legislature today. The Liberal government announced its latest budget. And as with any provincial budget, there is a lot to unpack. Now, if you're on Facebook Live, let us know whether you think the budget hit or missed the mark and how. But here's some of the big takeaways for you. The province's education budget will be increased by $740 million over the next 3 years. Though I should say that amount is subject to change. There are still ongoing talks between the BC government and the Teachers Federation. And another $2 billion has been set aside to build, repair, and upgrade schools around the province. On the housing front, the government has allocated $920 million for the creation of affordable housing units. It says that's enough money to create more than 5,300 units across BC. The province's healthcare budget will increase by $4.2 billion over the next 3 years, with $100 million dedicated to mental health and addiction issues. And perhaps the biggest talker of them all, a huge cut to MSP premiums, slashed in half for many families, with the goal of eventually phasing them out altogether. Now, Anita Bath was in the budget lockup today, as it's affectionately known, in Victoria. She had a chance to look over the documents for a few hours. She joins us live now from the BC legislature. So, Anita, let's talk about those MSP premiums. Take us through the changes.
Well, the plan to cut the MSP premiums in half, Andrew, only apply to a certain group of people, those households bringing in less than $120,000 a year. Now, if you make more, nothing is changing for you, but there will be more people who don't pay any MSP at all, as the province is also raising the threshold for exemption by $2,000. Now, an individual making less than $26,000 a year will pay nothing. A family making less than $35,000 a year will also pay nothing. Well, 2 billion people are set to benefit from this. The real winners are those 1 million people who currently pay MSP out of pocket without the help of an employer. Jordan Bateman with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation is one of those people. Now, I've interviewed Mr. Bateman multiple times, and I've never seen him react this positively to a government budget or any sort of government announcement. Have a listen.
So this is my MSP bill, $150 a month for my family, and I am tickled pink to be cutting it in half. So only $75 now, and hopefully someday I can get rid of it altogether. So that would be great.
Okay, so Anita, when do the big MSP changes kick in?
Not until next January, Andrew, 2018. But if you do want that exemption or a reduction in your rates, you will have to go online and register. You'll have to print off those forms, fill them out, and then send them in to the government. Those aren't available at this point, but the government does say once they do become available, they expect that 90% of people who qualify will actually register. That's something that a lot of critics I spoke with today don't buy.
I am concerned that registration is required because we know that even when we have programs that provide considerable benefit, and now some people don't register. Either they don't know, it's too much of an administrative burden. I am concerned about immigrants in particular.